Alright, today's lesson is known as definite integral. Previous class we talked about how to find the area of f of x using a rectangular shape. We said that if you take infinite amount of these rectangular shape, these areas will get smaller and smaller. Eventually we'll have an exact area, which we use a concept called limit. Limit as number of rectangles approaches infinity, we'll have area of f of x to the x-axis from a to b to be exact. And we call that a definite integral, an integral of f of x to a to b. Alright, so let's examine something called first fundamental theorem of calculus. This allows us to calculate the definite integral. So given integral of f of x from a to b is equal to capital F of x from b to a, which is equal to capital F of b minus capital F of a, where capital F of x is the antiderivative of f of x. This concept is known as the first fundamental theorem of calculus. Okay, let's look at our first example. Evaluate the following definite integral, where our definite integral is x squared plus 5x from 2 to 3. To evaluate the definite integral, we have to apply the first fundamental theorem of calculus, which means we have to find the antiderivative of f of x, where our f of x is x squared plus 5x. Therefore, our antiderivative of x squared plus 5x is equal to x to the third over 3 plus 5x squared over 2 from 3 to 2. To evaluate this, we're going to substitute 3 and 2 and subtract their quantities. So it's equal to 3 to the third over 3 plus 5 times 3 to the second power over 2. We're going to take that value, subtract 2, the substitution of 2. So 2 to the third over 3, 5 times 2 to the second over 2. And if you calculate this, you're going to get 113 over 6 as the answer. So the answer of 113 over 6 is the area of x squared plus 5x to the x-axis from 2 to 3. Okay, our next example is integral of x minus 3 to the 5th power from 4 to 3. In order to solve this integral, we need to use u substitution. Our u is equal to x minus 3 du is equal to dx. So if you substitute u and du with x minus 3 and ds respectively, you should have integral of x equal to 3 to x equal to 4 u to the 5th times du. And this will integrate to u to the 6th over 6 from x equal to 4 to x equal to 3. Now this is where we're going to substitute our x minus 3 back in. So it will be x minus 3 to the 6 over 6 from 4 to 3 is equal to 4 minus 3 to the 6 over 6, 3 minus 3 to the 6 over 6 will equal to 1 over 6 as the answer. To summarize the definite integral, first, you need to use the first fundamental theorem of calculus to solve the definite integral. Just keep in mind definite integral is the area under the curve from A to B. Second, use the appropriate antiderivative to find capital F of x.